Many of the times you want to clear NET exam, but there are so many things that come in way. Sometimes it is strategy, sometimes it is mindset, sometimes it is just circumstance. So what is there that stops a NET aspirant? What are the different myths which are associated with NET exam? Everyone believes, but which are not true. Those who don't understand what NET exam is usually cleared after your master's. So it helps you with your job as far as your lecturer or assistant professorship goes. It helps you get a fellowship for your research, for your PhD. So in today's video, we will be dealing with several myths that NET aspirants have that become an obstacle for them to achieve success. So without further ado, let's begin. You have this preconceived notions about yourself. In your academic life, you could have been an A-lister, a gold medalist, somebody who has several national as well as international accolades. The way NET tests you is different from the tests which happen at master's and at graduation level. Here your intelligence will be proved once you clear NET exam. So your previous background and everything that you have, just because somebody who has excelled in academics previously does not mean that he will clear NET, and somebody who has tanked earlier and has got backs earlier does not mean he will fail NET. I have seen students who have backs in their masters clear NET exam with an All India 7 or All India 8 rank. Academic toppers of the institutions failing every now and then. It's important to understand the strategy for NET exam. It is not the same for any different exam. Maybe I should do a video on this. The focus should be on answering the past question papers of NET exam. What I've seen generally is students go around solving many question papers of different exams where the syllabus may be same, but the way the questions are approached, the way the questions are asked, that is completely different. So let me give you an example. If you take, say, part A, okay, part A generally has general aptitude. Students will answer railway exam ka general aptitude section, other competitive exams general aptitude sections. Now if you see the difference, the questions that are asked in part A of NET exam do not have large numbers. They will have small numbers, and even if they have large numbers, there will be some way out of it. The focus is more on analysis and reasoning. They don't expect you to be good at maths. Whereas in case of railway exams or other exams, you are expected to have little bit of mathematical knowledge. In NET exam, you have to use your reasoning and analysis to get to the answer. It is not compulsory that you have to join a coaching institute. I've seen students not attending coaching and clearing the exam in one go. I've seen students having multiple attempts with coaching institutes and still not clearing. Now, where the coaching institutes help, the syllabus, if you see, is quite vast. So what they will do is they will concise the matter to such an extent you can prepare only that material from the exam point of view. You don't have to go through everything, okay, because every subject, my subject is life sciences, and even if you just take the first unit, that is biochemistry, under biochemistry you have so much of content and so many concepts. So all that is not required. They will narrow your focus down. They will help with test series. Even after doing all of this, there is no guarantee or no compulsion that you will be clearing this exam. Ultimately, the ball is in your court. It depends on you whether you will answer it, whether you will clear it or no. Coaching institutes will give you the direction, but ultimate work only you have to put in. Part A preparation is important. Part A generally has general aptitude and quite easy mathematical problems, numerical reasoning, analysis, aptitude, everything. I have seen students who have left Part A completely and who have relied solely on the sections of their discipline. You never know how the exam turns out, right? Part A helps you to increase the aggregate. Even if it is 2 questions, how many questions you can answer, that is fine. Skipping any unit is not a good idea. When I was preparing, we had Unit 2 as cell biology. That was my favorite unit. When I went to give the exam, I was quite surprised to see that the questions from Unit 2 only I could not answer. They were tough. Just because you study that unit completely, thoroughly, does not mean you are able to answer those questions excellently. Okay. You never know what happens. The cutoff changes every time. So it's best to go for all units. Give equal attention to all units. You may feel that a particular unit is tough, but the questions could be easy. Some students boast that they study 20 hours. Maybe it is correct, but I don't know how realistic it is. How much you study is less important than how well you study. You may study 3 hours, but if you can do it consistently without any break, then that person wins in the large game. I cannot imagine studying for 15, 16, 20 hours. That is out of my league. So what works for you? That is more important than what is the trend. It was assumed that people of certain backgrounds like masters in biotechnology or masters in applied genetics, these have a greater advantage as compared to others. I don't think it is true. You have done masters from any subject. The way you approach NET exam is different from the way you approach your masters and everything. There is no advantage or disadvantage to anything. If say suppose a person from maths is trying to apply for biology, it is an arbitrary, may not happen, but in that case obviously that would be a disadvantage. As far as life sciences is concerned and biotechnology, botany, zoology, all these come under the same umbrella. So whichever background you are in, ultimately how is your preparation for NET exam, that matters more than what is your previous background of study. Or how well you have understood that topic. That you understand only by solving question papers. You may revise 100 times. You may understand all the concepts. That you have understood the topic is your interpretation. Now it's time to put it to test. One of my teacher used to tell, सिर्फ गधों की तरह मेहनत मत करो, सेठ की तरह पैसा कमाना भी सीखो. That time I didn't understand what he was trying to say. But the moral is this: if you do everything, but solving question papers is critical. If say suppose I'm studying for 4 hours, then 1 hour would be for paper solving, previous question papers of the same exam. If you have revised very well, but if you are not able to answer the questions, that means you have not understood. So it's time to seek help, focus on weak areas. You take any one unit, okay? Under that there will be several sections for which you have to prepare. Stick to those sections and not go beyond it. As in, the syllabus is quite vast. You have to do all the units, but for each unit you have to stick to what is required. Unnecessarily going around learning new concepts, new things which has never been asked in the exam, which is not there in the syllabus, it does not make any sense. And last but not the least, attitude. Your preparation may be on the point. You must have studied rigorously. At the end of the day, how you maintain your cool during those 3 hours, and that comes only with practice, giving exams. Even if you feel you are not prepared, I feel it helps you get familiar with the surroundings. One thing is important is belief. If you don't feel you will clear the exam, that confidence you should have, and that will come from preparation. Mindset is important. I have made a video on NET exam affirmations which I used to use when I was preparing for my exam. I wish you all the best.